Well, today we're going to be working on our engine we call Betty White. For those that have not seen the videos that I did about a year ago, about this time a year ago, of the origins of Betty White, that motor was locked down, full of water, just a garbage motor. We got it freed up, running. We never expected it to live. Honestly, kind of shocked when it started, and it ended up living through 3 races. Motor was still fine. Pulled the motor out and put it on the engine stand. We put our new motor in, and decided that motor treated us so well that we were going to pull it down and put new bearings and rings and everything in it, and allow Betty White to live her best life. So Betty White is a stock bore 390. Nothing fancy, just much like the name, an American icon. So let's today's agenda is bearings, cam bearings, rod and main bearings, and knock pistons in the holes. That's on today's agenda.
I don't know about y'all, but when a hurricane heads my way, I generally started installing cam bearings in my race engine. May not be what everybody does, but kind of what I've got in mind right now. That won't change, but I got to looking at it, and some of the cam bearings look a little suspect. So I couldn't knowingly put it back together with knowingly bad cam bearings. King bearings going in, because, well, as we've established in the past, all I put in my engines is King bearings. So King bearings going in. Don't forget on your rear main to put these little rubber bastards in. I've started putting new ones in right here already. This, honestly, is little and insignificant as this is in the big picture of everything. This is the most aggravating job to me. I mean, look at it, and you're trying to stick it in a tight, I swear it's like trying to hammer a spaghetti noodle in a bobcat's ass in a telephone booth. It's not fun. So those that follow along with me know the origins of Miss Betty White here. But for those that don't, if you'll go back a handful of videos, probably till October-ish of last year, maybe September, October of last year, this was destined for a scrapyard. This motor was locked down, full of water, in a crushed, destroyed car. And I desperately needed a motor to save my season. So I pulled this motor out, poured some stuff in the cylinders, rocked it out and back till the cylinders freed up a little. When they freed up a little, I literally rotated the engine till the piston was at the bottom, run a dingleberry hone in it, done the next one, put the heads back on it, stuck it in the car, and we ran the last 2 races of last year and the first race of this year with that motor just as it was. Well, you can imagine that the compression was about 4 pounds. It was bad. So over the winter, or over this season, I've slowly just tinkered with it a little bit, and I've tore it down. The cylinder walls don't look bad in it. There's no ridge ring or nothing like that. So I cleaned the cylinder walls up, and it's going to be a stock 390 for another project was what the plans was. Well, I find myself again needing an engine to finish the last 2 races of the season again. So Miss Betty White's going to come to our rescue again. Go back and watch that videos. You'll find it. It's I don't remember the title of it right off the top of my head. I'll go back and look and let you know. But go back and watch it. You'll see the origins of this motor, and it's still very much the same motor. The only thing I've done different is when I took it apart, I noticed some of the cam bearings was gacked up. So I put new cam bearings in it, and just because of the part, I put our new King bearings in it because I didn't know what bearings was in it. Probably the factory Ford bearings, and I'm a King bearing guy, so I had to put King bearings in it. So it's got new bearings now, all new bearings, and it's going back together. There's not going to be any performance enhancements done to it other than a cam. I'm going to put a roller cam in it, but not a monster roller cam, just a roller cam. Other than that, it's going to be a stock 390. So what, 350, 375 horsepower maybe? I mean, the best 390s back in the day, I think, were 320-ish. So with a little better head on it, a little cam on it, maybe it's 350. Who knows? Who cares? But it's going back in the Galaxy, and it's going to finish our season for the Galaxy. And I know some of you are going to say, why stock boiler? Why didn't you bore it? Aren't you worried about the engine smoking? Well, no, because see, I happen to know that Betty White didn't smoke. So, there you go, fellas. Nothing to worry about. I don't think you need to watch me put 8 pistons in. The back 4 go in the same as the front 4, but so Miss Betty White is still a stock boiler, as I said. Just went through here and hit the walls with a little dingle ball hone. Put her back together with new King bearings, and yeah, we're gonna put her right back in the car to do the last 2 races of the season. By the end of the day, my goal is to have a short block sitting here, ready for the top end to go on. So let's see how well that works out. Well, there you go. We got cam bearings installed. We got rod bearings, main bearings, crank. Got pistons in the holes. Betty White is coming back to life. And I'm gonna go in the house and kick my feet up, maybe take a shower, because that is looking like I may want to go ahead and get in the house pretty quick. Y'all stay tuned. This is call it the first part of a series of, we'll call Reviving Betty White. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all keep watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Remember, we've got a giveaway when we hit 500 subscribers. We're a little over halfway there. So go through, pick out your favorite video, share it with your friends, do whatever you got to do, and let's get to that 500 subscriber mark so we can give away some stuff. Till next time, God bless you. We'll see you next time.